What is up everyone, Fantasy Monkey back at it again with another waiver wire hustle video, and in this episode we're going to give you 5 players we think you should target off the waiver wire for week 6 and onward. These are going to be a mix of players who should be available in most leagues and have the potential to help you in the short term and maybe longer. But before we get into it, here's our weekly question. Who do you guys think will lead the league in points this year? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. But anyways, with all this being said, let's jump right into the video. Our first waiver wire target is Jessie Puliarvi from the Edmonton Oilers. Yes, the Puliarvi. He's back and honestly, he's looked pretty good this year. The stats might not show it as he only has 8 points in 18 games, but the young Finn has looked dangerous on that top line alongside Connor McDavid and Nugent Hopkins. 6 of his 8 points have come in the last 10 games and it seems like he's been getting better and more confident with each game. I like his usage as he's been averaging around 15 minutes of ice time, and surprisingly, he provides some decent peripherals with hits and shots, so he would be a nice addition for banger leagues. Puliarvi has the potential to be a waiver wire gem if he can consistently get points alongside McDavid. The opportunity for him is there, and oh yeah, let me also mention that he's getting some time on the top power play unit.
I only shoot and score, then if you score, then we'll come.
Trust me, a rock can produce on that dangerous unit, so if he can stick on there, the sky's the limit. Go add this guy and here's why. 2 words, Connor McDavid. Yep, that's all I have to say and I'm sure you all know what I mean. Our next waiver wire target is Clayton Keller from the Arizona Coyotes. Yes, another Coyotes player surprisingly. What can I say? He's been good. To be honest, he's always been pretty good, but this year he's fortunate to have his line mates also playing good, which has directly helped his numbers. The trio of him, Garland, and Schmaltz have been the Coyotes' best line this year. So far, Keller has 12 points in 16 games, while posting 7 points in the last 6 games, so he has been hot. He is on the top line and top power play unit, but take that with a grain of salt. Don't expect too much from Arizona's power play. His ice time is also good at around 17 minutes per game. I also like his shots at 40 and shooting percentage at 12.5%. If you're in a points league, Keller is a solid addition, so go out and grab him. However, guys in a banger league, you can look elsewhere. He doesn't offer any hits, blocks, or penalty minutes. Next up, we have Max Comptois from the Anaheim Ducks. This one is for those of you in deep banger leagues. Max offers good bangers leagues potential as he has 33 hits so far this year. He's also tallied 9 points in 17 games, where 7 of those were goals. Other than Gibson, the Ducks don't offer much for fantasy, but Comptois does have some potential here. He will be a big part of the Ducks' future and should continue to get better. His ice time is decent at 14:38, and he's been pretty hot as of late, notching 5 points in his last 6 games. Be wary though, that he could go cold at any moment, and because he is in Anaheim, don't expect much in terms of points. Even though there is a bit of risk here, he provides a good floor for banger leagues. So if you're looking for a short-term addition, Comptois might provide you with some value. If you're in a points league, look somewhere else. Next, we recommend defenseman Josh Morrissey from the Winnipeg Jets. I'm sure a lot of GMs have been frustrated with Morrissey, but trust, your patience should pay off. How does a guy who plays on the top pairing and top power play in Winnipeg only have 9 points in 16 games?
Shit, I don't even know. I can't even tell you that.
Well, the plus here is that the opportunity for him is there, and that he's been playing better as of late. He gets really good usage, averaging 24 minutes a game, and in his last 5 games he's tallied 5 points where 2 were off the power play. The upside is there and I think he'll continue to get better. Let's remember that in 2018-2019 he had a good fantasy year, and the hope is that he gets back to that. It sucks that he hasn't been hitting or blocking the same anymore, but for points leagues he has the potential to be a good D-man. Winnipeg's top power play is very good, and as long as he sticks there, he will have a solid floor. I recommend picking him up if you need a points defenseman, and if he stays hot, trust me, he won't be available on your wire for much longer. Our final pickup suggestion is Carter Verhage of the Florida Panthers. Who? What? Is probably what you're asking, and I don't blame you. Let's just say this. He has 13 points in 15 games, is playing on the top line alongside Alexander Barkov, and is averaging close to 18 minutes of ice time per game. Verhage has surprisingly been off to a great start this year. Actually, Florida as a whole has been really good, but it seems like he's fitting nicely there. It looks like him and Barkov have found some chemistry together.
Yeah, boy.
If he can stick to that top line with Barkov, Verhage can provide you with some good fantasy value, especially considering how good Barkov makes players around him. He shoots the puck enough and is also on the second power play unit, so there is some potential for points there. Overall, I really like Verhage's exposure and usage in Florida, so I recommend you go out and add him, as he should be available in most leagues since he's only 33% rostered. And that's it for this week's episode of Waiver Wire Hustle. Remember to tune into next week's episode, and if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and post your comments down below. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and have a wonderful day.